Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a great day. My name is Eva and I want to thank you guys for joining me in this video. Today we're going to do something just slightly different. This morning when I was clearing, I was working with Kali Maa, who I love to work with, an emanation of the Divine Mother in Hindu tradition. And so we're going to be working with that energy today to really dissolve some serious negative form. She is the destroyer of worlds, but remember, she dances, yes? And I think it's very important for us at this time of this reunion of self, yes, to try to imagine her not as, she's not a person, she's not a human being. So we like to imagine these essences in human bodies because it's helpful to us, but I think that it's important as we are reunited with the knowledge, actually, that we are not our bodies. Our bodies emanate from our consciousness. They are a projection of our mind, that these fields are emanations of the one just as we are. And so I think it's really helpful for us to really own that power for ourselves and to assist us in unity consciousness reunion, to really experience what that means, to see her as part of yourself, to see her as an emanation of the self that you share. Yes, this is the part of yourself that knows how to dissolve negative form already. Yes, it is in the knowing of yourself as the one. Yes, it's seeing this negative form as not something inherent to you, or else it wouldn't be able to be released if it was your identity. Yes, it's not. It's a projection of yourself under mistaken belief. So I'm going to link the Sanskrit mantra that has music that I use. I can't play it and do this at the same time because of copyright issues. So I have it on my computer. I'm recording on my cell phone because that's just how I do. And I'm going to link it in the description below so that you can kind of sync it up if you have your computer and you watch this on your phone or whatever you do. You could kind of play it quietly because it does have the Sanskrit mantra. I'm going to be doing tongues and light codes. This is linguistic, wave genetics, quantum wave genetic energy healing. It's so difficult to sort of describe what this is. It's so many different kinds of things at once. So just take a nice deep breath, relax. Give this time to yourself to be reunited with yourself, to let go, to be willing to see the belief that you hold as attack against yourself, to be willing to see the belief you hold that is the opposite of your reality, the things that make you fearful, the beliefs, the negative beliefs, the limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. We are excavating this from us at this time, but we really have to be willing to let it go and to be willing to believe that there is indeed another way to see the world. And we do that by allowing ourself that already sees at that level, right, or expansion or dimensional set, whatever, we see through those eyes, and that is what dissolves the form below it. So we're going to get started now. So just relax, take deep breaths, do what you usually do when you go into meditation. Mayatu aishi sayana baisi shani sayaki tata warwaya sono shani hiataki ataki anamanda tuariati si shisai shayaya toraya sayana yana warai taiki manasha warui pai sishiki sayonda raita ya rayeto sorai Shika urrutusna shansara urritu kunta iriata urruan sonashini sayakiata urrutaish. It's very important to understand when we dissolve negative form that you can't have a resistant attitude toward it. You can't hold it in your vision, in your awareness from anger, or else you're just contributing more of that to it. Those things come up. When they do, take some deep breaths and try to see yourself apart from the anger. See your eternal being. Ask yourself to be shown how you created that anger as part of this negative form. This is a practice and a clearing and assistance for right perception, which is to allow the light of the truth into this perceptual realm so that we could dream a better dream, not one of hell. Remember, you are speaking to parts of yourself. So if you are angrily speaking to these parts of yourself, understand that you're still attacking self. This is a very abstract way to think about it, but really we need to start to, if you want to heal in unity, if you want to be fully reunited with yourself, you must see as all parts of self, different fractals of self making different choices than you in this lifetime, yes. But in the act of forgiveness, which is the great undoing, it must be seen as part of self. All things you do through you, to yourself. We let go of judgment. We let go of our belief in our own vulnerability. Yes, this is reconnecting to our eternal strength, which comes from our oneness. Evil is not something to be afraid of or get angry at or to label as trash. These people are trash, whatever. Like, that's still participating in duality. Yes, it's to see the false as false. It's to see the false as the nothing that it is. Dreams made out of mistaken belief. It's nothing. Let yourself let go of it truly. You need not investigate it further. You only need to be willing to let it go and to let that light of the truth, to let God do the rest. We misunderstand how little is asked. And how powerful that little willingness is. Such is the power of your mind. Shakaya Turuaya Sayanishini Sunsun Dayayoshi Sisan Shayutu Uripaya Tia Taurua Rayayo Turuais Shuyu Sunsanishini Snandratisi Tatakurkwa Yashun Sundai Tayanayana Yana Shanayana Shayayana Suarayot. We clear this negative form in the material physical realm, and we call in from within us, from the center of all being, our soul self into this material form. You know, there's that sort of age-old expression, you have to clear out the old to make way for the new, yes? The soul is not compatible with the genetics of complete distortion, which is what this sort of physical realm is at. It's changing rapidly, but it's still coded. There's still a lot of coding in fear. So the soul comes in and reconfigures, but you must choose that. You have to let it, and the letting is the being willing to let it go, to let the old story go. You can't continuously tell the litany of every horrible thing that's ever happened to you and expect to heal. You can't hold on to old perspectives and see in a new way. You have to be willing to let go of the story of your life so far, and you have to be willing to just 180 on all of your beliefs. It takes time, but it need not take too much. Such is the power of your mind, such is the power of God that you are. And last night this came up while I was clearing, and I'm feeling called to mention it here. Letting go of that construction, and I have held on to this, that the more you suffer, the more you clear, and so the bigger service you do. Oh my God, is that so wrong? It's not to say that you don't do that, but you so don't need to. And the only will God has for you is that you remember yourself. God does not perceive and it doesn't understand what is going on here. It only sees itself, but it knows that you aren't recognizing yourself. It knows that there are sleepers, and so it wills you be one. So that will is happiness. That's your only function. That's so hard to believe, right? Just open and let yourself be shown. Let it all go from you. Let it go from you. You do not need it. Let it go from you. Holy One, you do not need it. If you could but glimpse your holiness, you would never think about it again. But there's so much forgetfulness, yes? This negative form is code in forgetfulness of what you are. Shita urua sai shisaya kita uruaya tipa uruisi uruka raya turuaya shisiri. Do not accept littleness. Do not accept less of a definition of yourself than the Holy One. Biatakoraya turuaya shiusun sanaishi, co-creator with God, source, whatever. I don't like to say the universe because this universe has a perceptual limit. It's not all that is. Yayata hihikia yatayata wuruaya buruya suyashikia yakinandata wushi sayashi sayasha kayaya tosanushinsani. You are more than this universe. One day, this universe will end. All of the stars in this system will go out and it will move to the next thing. And you will remain as you always will, as you always have, as you always are. Shia sayakia ta uruyayasna. Shanan tataisaya shayakia ta uruyayai tisay uruaya shisayan sai. Ita uru arayat uruaraya suranaman shitaya koruko yashun sai. Yayoshianasa Shanayana yana mandoroaya tuishi sikinan tayoto shipaya sini shini sinsaya shisaya shoisi shikayasnayanda toroaya shi sayaki ayatianta takinandayo to anayunoshinisa. Uruaya shunsuntaya turuka tata poshiki ita umbaya torurua na yush isaya kuruisi shis dita tikia ishini sana shayati saya shayaya siso yeshuyo tuayo sha samanin dai yiti shikoyo soyo toka urui pitu yotoruash sundi bihayosh. Ask yourself. Ask the self, ask God to show you what forgiveness is, because we misunderstand that as well. Kita yaya torita shia, shani kana. In this realm, forgiveness is freedom. Forgiveness is undoing. I say that a lot. That is what it undoes it unweaves, right? It's like pulling a thread and just everything that was made, it is just, right? The thread remains, what it's made out of is still there, but the design it's made is no longer. Shi son sayatorua riaya urusayashi sikayaniashini rikaya toruto shana, calling forth the belief in your own weakness. Shayotosia, you are not weak. Kiata korayas, you are not weak. Kiataya sayoshukorua rayata, how could one so holy be weak? Shiananti sisia shikiana tratat. Kayas urayaya turundo shinisi. Shiososayat. Shiatorutikat. Darit. There is nothing that you cannot do. Allow the infinite power that you are to emerge from you now. Tia shi sai. Yato. Nani tari. Shabuarita staya tai. Nari narita rikayat orayash orwan sanchishokoroy bombuana mantisa shiata kiata dayata kayata shana sanandaratu oro yashnis shansayat shundasni Shorotia, Mondorota, Shukorundibato Karayot. Remember, the soul vision is not of your body's eyes, but you can be in this form. It will automatically start to change the form. But right perception can be held in form, absolutely, yes. Kiata koraya suiti. We don't understand what that looks like. You don't have to. You don't have to know all of the details. You don't have to be able to translate from different dimensions into this lower one in order for it to be valid and real and for you to understand it. You don't need to. We're obsessed with translation of higher thought into this form. It will not translate. And do you want to be free of fear? There's no need. Trust that you do understand. Or else yourself would not have led you here. Si hita urukitaya yatuasha koraya yaturutushnambai iurut. Ina tuaishi sayatayat uruyasin dorwayataya shukisa shitisa kaya turayat ashayana ashakayisaya tuison dipandaishi sayan titiayayit shoyakia tikiayana inimbayotorui soyashurui pai Suruta urukaya shuntisisi shi sui shani bawo ruisa turui pai shun sandaya uruki dayata shani daya daya uraya turtistai shi. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I feel a lot of tension, like a lump in the throat, but from like the solar all the way up the heart through like the esophagus area. Feels, if you need to tap in that area, please do feel free. If you need to cough, if you want to even tap your back, if you can get your hand back there. Kaya surruashiasia. Let it go. Breathe it out. Kiantisi. Shuntayati. The golden light, this beautiful rainbow plasmic frequency. Yes, shiasayas nashuayasya. It holds all coding for this elemental transition within. Sanya shuntiya takarayot. Oh my gosh. As an aside, I took this picture blew my mind open. Yesterday I was taking a walk in Woodland Park, and I'll post it. Tiatagoria kiana shikia sikia yetiandai oroya shisia sanaya torruat. Koraya yatoria sunshi sanshi sanchurruat. Sui toayo korruye suya sayoto. Umbaya shurruya saya shikia isiki nandao rui. Shia urruayati. Warita ta urruat ushnimanti sishianati. There's a lot coming through about neutralizing symbols, neutralizing all that you come in contact with in that moment of pause to recognize that the lesson to be learned is non-reaction. Like love as witnessing and allowing, but understanding that you are informing the change of it through your awareness of it for what it truly is. Like not reacting in fear to it, taking that breath and that step back, and then, trying your best, right? It's just the willingness. You don't have to be hard on yourself about this. It's a practice, yes? This is what time is for. Choosing to see it differently. That choice is the alchemy. And you will be shocked when you really dedicate your mind to this kind of practice, how quickly it changes things. Don't focus on the physical for change. You cannot change the world. You are never changing the world. You are changing yourself, and you are changing what is projected from yourself in that choice. Kaya torruya sianashia tiata karaya torrua shontayas dai. Orruitaya torruantishikisnayana. Ya torruya paya shurruti paya shurruaya torru korrutiut. Ruaya torruya sunti shisai. Shinayandaya torreya hisikiaya. Orruya paya shukita insi shiki ayata. And if you react with pain or fear, it's just the lesson showing up. Yes, it's just saying, oh, there's a belief in there that's covering your eyes, that's covering your soul's eyes. Shia kayata warra, the eye of the heart, whatever you use. Shia tayata urruaya taya orraya turruata kuntua pausha. Orruaya suyuntu ariti shiki tayan mati matiata arraya tusika shia yasini. Shinisini shini sintayayotu uyaya turruaya turruayat usishi ayasishi. Kaya turruyat. Shinais nayani. The voice. Koratush. Sunto arrutu kuntorayosh. Speaking from yourself. Kiata urruyat. Without fear. Shanaitita. Could be for very simple things that we get all caught up in our head about how other people will perceive it or take it or think we are because we're asking for help or whatever it is. Letting those kinds of insecurities go, allowing the core belief underneath to be shown to you. And then feel the support. Feel the support of Kali Maa. Feel her power working through you. It is you. The angelics, dragon consciousness, yes, there's so much assistance. You're not doing this alone. This is not something you do on your own. It's impossible to do alone. There is no such thing. Shianayata urruapaya kurruash. Suentiat baurru teyashi si soyoshi sanainita ya kurruata. Dio kurripita karaya torrotish. Sikaya shiki, ginda gokiana inditi humbaya ya shurruya saya shisaya tor, shaya surruyansi, shaya yasish. Soyakia inai nindo argihion sorai shio soris dorundushnimayat. Sui shoya siti tiotoyoshun sayan shiri taorot. Trust yourself, trust your vision. Don't trust in illusions. Trust in the changelessness that you are. Trust in your safety. Trust in your guidance from yourself. Trust in your eternal peace as your greatest guide. Yita urui shorwansi. Guiman tishumisi suiti borro aishia. Saya turua tu kuru tuaran. Shita insi. Shuntis daiti shikiurukina. Matia mashiana inis. Letting go of narratives of attack. That's big. Kita urri beashi. Kishia, miana, tiata korruiti. Siendorundi shini sansayo toruti kaya torutaya taraya ta. And this is coming forward to share, understanding that deities and assistants in realms like of narrative, story, of archetype, even of Kali Maa. It's not saying that you shouldn't work with them. I do. It's that you have to understand that that's still in the level of duality. So it's helping you clear at lower levels where duality exists. It's not formless divine. It is of the formless divine as we are, but it's not like stopping there is not freeing your consciousness. And like this deity plane wants you to know that. Because they want to be free too. Yes, they are connected to us because they are us, and they are ascending as well out of this duality realm. All of these archetypal stories of Greek myth and Romans and Egyptian gods and all of this stuff that exists within story where there is good and evil is not enlightened fully. Some of it might be informed, just as some of what we do is informed with the light, right? But that's not where release really is. That's in the direct experience of yourself as the formless divine, which you are more than capable of, which is of you in every moment to achieve that. It is actually easy to do. If you use, it's like a sort of ladder. If you use it as a kind of ladder to expand outward, but understand that you're still using it as a tool and don't give it power outside of yourself. Really try to focus on this coming as emanations of self, because if you don't do that, I'm not saying it's wrong or bad, but you're just creating more time for yourself. There is a faster way to do this, that even a lot of spiritual teachers and all of this, different things I encounter seem to not realize that it's okay to just let go of fear. But it is, because it's nothing. And that is negating the power of your mind as the co-creator of all of this. You give everything the meaning it has for you. If you believe that you need to keep investigating your fear to understand it, then you will, but you don't need to. You do, as so long as it's making you fearful. But I see people who are over things that they just keep investigating, and you don't need to do that. It just continues to create more story and duality. That's listening to the belief of the ego that everything has to be intellectually understood and grasped and turned over and taken apart. That you have to be the master of it. Well, we're already the masters of fear. How much more afraid do you want to be? But we see that in the world, apparently a lot more afraid. But understand that this is an opportunity for you to see this out all on the table and to choose what you will experience. This is your power. You must choose. No one is going to choose for you. That is where your freedom lies. Let's do some final codes. Kurruaya shui saiki anitan dayaya shui saya kurruaya shurru dai yunta paurruaya shi sayani kayana turruaya shuki yaya suntita tuiti. Beautiful. Okay, coming back into this moment of self, coming back to your breath, back to your awareness in your body if you have left it. Drawing all of this energy in through the body into this now, into all of the particles of your being, sharing this proverbial space. As we rest in gratitude to the self, to all of the guides, all of the emanations of the One, holding assistance for us and cheering us on and sending and just like emanating so much love and lighting that way up to the energies of, yes, ourselves, being grateful to yourself for choosing peace, for choosing your expansion, for choosing your freedom. Be proud of yourself. Be grateful to yourself. Understand all of the incredible work that you've done. It is encouraged that you celebrate yourself. And if anything triggers you into feeling bad because you think you're doing something wrong, understand that this is what time is for in the eyes of spirit. Time is only for remembering what you are. You can't really there is wrong perception. Wrong perception is choosing to believe yourself separate from One. It's believing that you are less than you are. It is trying to be something that you are not, which is separate from the whole, the oneness. That is wrong perception. You can experience things that you might think are doing things wrong, but the way that you respond to it is what allows for correction. Everything can be seen in this way. There is a way to see everything as a means for getting closer to fully remembering what you are. And that is what the practice is. That's the work. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you to Kali Maa. Thank you to all of the Hindu pantheon that I work with that I love so much. And the winds of the four directions, all of the elementals, the angelics, all of my spirit friends, all of you guys. Just as a reminder, one-on-one sessions are available for booking on my website. And there are a bunch of different ways that we can work together on the site as well, if that interests you. I'm so very grateful for all of you. Thank you all so much. I love you and have a great day.